Hey guys, Austin Malleola here for the Hand Plan in the Hand Plan studio, breaking down what an At the Whiteboard brief is. So, today's workout, we have a 16-minute AMRAP of 1 strict muscle up, followed by 1 snatch at 185, followed by 2 kipping muscle ups and 2 snatches at the same weight. You'll rest a minute and then you'll repeat for as many rounds as possible in 16 minutes. So, what does this workout look like? Now guys, a few things to understand. It's unique. We have actual rest within this workout. And we have a couple different movements here. Let's start with the muscle up. So, the muscle up, again, looks like this, guys. For that strict muscle up, you're gonna have that false grip. You're gonna pull to the rings, through the rings, and then above the rings. Now, from this position here, we want to understand that that strict muscle up, if we don't have it today, might be a way for us to scale down to a few different things. One, we can do muscle up transitions if we're new to the movement here. We can even raise up the rings a little bit and utilize our feet just a hair. And then from there, dovetailing into some version of a jumping muscle up. Now, we'll start with that false grip. If we don't have that, then we're going to see some variation of a ring row into a push-up for that second part. So let's talk about the muscle up on the second part of that AMRAP here, which is going to be the kipping muscle ups. If we have kipping muscle ups, great. Now, if we're in that purgatory state, we can always do 2 attempts at a kipping muscle up. We can even go down to 1 kipping muscle up if we are struggling to string them together. But again, we'll make that a game time decision there. If that's not going to happen, we can utilize that jumping muscle up today, where on that first part, we still want to use that false grip and pull to and then through, and then maybe on that second one, we can teach you that quasi-false grip, which we'll go through in the specific warm-up. Now, if we're still struggling with that motion in general and that pulling to and through might not be in the cards, we still have the opportunity. For that first round, we're going to do ring rows, and for the second round, we'll do push-ups, really breaking down the pull and the push into 2 different parts of the workout. It'll put you right where you need to be. Because we have another high skill now weightlifting movement in the snatch, and it's heavy, 185 here, okay? 1 rep and then 2 reps, so 3 total reps per that round. Now, we can always scale this weight down, and we really want to try to keep the loading today to allow you to do some version of that full snatch, where you get that bar into that overhead position, you finish in the full overhead squat. Now, if we have to power snatch it and then ride it down, that's going to be completely okay. If we can't go below parallel today, don't worry, we can always do some version of a power snatch. And again, the loading can be taken down to a very nice light PVC pipe. But we still want to get you guys for that load. Since the reps are so low, we do want you lifting a heavy load. If we have an injury limitation that will limit us to move through that range of motion, again, we'll take care of you, and we can lower the weight or even use a dumbbell. For that muscle up, we can always go to some single arm movement if we need to in that transition. We can always leverage some type of pull and a push with our feet on the ground. And if that's not going to happen, don't worry, we'll still be able to take care of you. And throughout the general warm-up, we're going to do a lot of these movements to prep us. So throughout the general warm-up today, what you're going to see a lot of, we're going to go through some variations on the pull-up rig and onto the rings. And then from there, we'll get right into our scaling options for the muscle ups. And then we'll dovetail nicely into the muscle up. We're going to spend time in the snatch, excuse me. Then from there, we're going to go with the PVC pipe into the bar, and then we're going to build up to that heavy weight. And then as we get towards the end of those heavier sets, we're going to get some more touches back on the rings to make sure we haven't forgotten what we learned in that initial gymnastics setting there. Because it's a 16-minute workout, it's a little longer, but there is rest. So we want to make sure that we're prepped and ready, that we're lifting heavier than we normally do in a Metcon, and that we're challenging yourself on that muscle up. So we're going to spend a lot of time making sure we're right where we need to be today. Just because you can doesn't mean that you should today, but we do want to push the envelope a little bit. So we'll make sure that you're warmed up and you're ready to rock. So let's dive into it.